Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Jackson, and this is your Golf Central update. Well, today was the final day of the season on the DP World Tour, and we had some of the biggest names going for the title. So let's check out this final leaderboard, as ultimately it was world number 5, the big Spaniard Jon Rahm, who took a 2-shot victory over Tyrrell Hatton and Alex Noren to lift this trophy for the 3rd time in his career. On the other side, you had Rory McIlroy, who walked away with the season-long race as he became Europe's number 1 for the 4th time. So let's hear from the world number 1, Rory McIlroy.
It means a lot. It's been 7 years since I've last done it. Obviously, this is my 4th one, but it's been a while. I've won 3 FedEx Cups since the last time I won, which was the race to Dubai back then. But yeah, it does. It means a lot. I think this 4th one is definitely I was a model of consistency the whole way through the year. A lot of top finishes. I think my worst finish of the European Tour events I played this year was 12th at the start of the year in Abu Dhabi. So just a really consistent season, kept putting in good performances. Would have been nice to get one win in there at the end of the year here, but John obviously played an incredible tournament and fully deserved it. But I'm really proud of my year and excited for 2023. I think one of the things that I'm really proud of over the last few years is I don't feel like I have to rely on one aspect of my game. I think like if my driving isn't there, then my putter bails me out. If my putter isn't there, then my iron play bails me out. And I just feel like, when you get to this level, it's like, okay, how can you make those incremental improvements to get better? And I think, my goal has been to just become a more complete golfer, and I feel like I'm on the journey to doing that. But I'm as complete a golfer as I feel like I've ever been, and hopefully I can continue on that path.
So this is how the final standings looked in the season-long race on the DP World Tour rankings. Ultimately, it was Rory McIlroy who walked away with the title. Ryan Fox did have the opportunity to do that as well, but had a disappointing week. Jon Rahm lifted the tournament hardware, but mathematically didn't have the chance to win the season-long race coming in to the week. And over on the LPGA Tour, their season also wrapped up today. It was Lydia Ko who walked away with the biggest winner's check in the history of the women's game, with $2 million added to her name, along with the Rolex Player of the Year and the VAR trophy. So what a day it was for the 25-year-old as she caught up with Amy Rogers.
Lydia going head-to-head with Leona Maguire over this final day in the toughest conditions that we've seen so far this week. What does it mean to you to be able to win the CME Group Tour Championship?
Yeah, it means a lot. It's been 9 years since I've actually won this tournament, and I think like 8 since I've been Player of the Year. So yeah, it's there are a lot of things on the line. In ways, I saw the leaderboard in the last few holes, and I think I was pretty comfortable in the lead with the Player of the Year, and that was what really mattered the most to me coming into this week, just because of everything that has happened, in the past, 9 years on being on tour, and there were a lot of things on the line, but I just wanted to play the best golf I can, just focus on me. I knew that Leona and Lee Six and some of the other players are going to play good golf, so I can't count on somebody not playing good and me winning. So I wanted to play as consistently as I could, and if I did make a mistake, don't get too irritated about it, and just be level-headed and enjoy it out there.
You made it seem like you were so calm, so focused all week, but how were you feeling inside? How were you keeping the pressure of all of these things that were on the line at bay?
I was surprised of how calm I was. I thought I'd be pretty nervous, pretty jittery, but even on the first hole I was pretty calm, and I think it was just because I wanted to focus on me, and I read a book about being in the present, and I think that really actually resonated a lot this week. And when I won in Korea, I think I was probably the most patient I've ever been on the golf course over 4 days, and this week I felt like I did that really well. But yeah, coming down the stretch, I think there was some adrenaline. I hit my drive like 317 and hit an 8-iron from 172. So Derek and I were joking this is what it must feel like for like Nelly and Lexi on a daily basis. So yeah, I think there was some adrenaline, but I was excited to be in this position, and no matter if I was holding this globe at the end of today or not, I knew it's been a great season. So I just wanted to play freely and play without regrets, and I think those kind of keys helped me to be the one hoisting this at the end of today.
You mentioned winning Player of the Year again for the first time since 2015. How does it feel different this time around?
I think at that time I didn't. Obviously, I know what it means. You're the best player for that season, but at that time I was still like pretty young. I was still in my teens, and I don't think it really sunk in at those moments. But when I had that short putt and I knew all of the things that was going to happen after that putt, I think all those emotions kind of settled in. And it hasn't been obviously the roughest times the last few years, but it hasn't been the easiest. But I felt like I was trending in the right direction, and all those moments make these kind of moments, and I feel like I've grown